Hello and welcome to my review of Baharroth, the Phoenix Lord for the Swooping Hawks Aspect Warriors for Aeldari or Eldar for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. Now, one of these models will cost £28, so it's the same price as all of the other Phoenix Lords and consists of 14 plastic components, which compares to Fugan's 18 components for the same price. The format of this review is as normal, so I'll have a look at Baharroth. We'll go through the detail, how easy he was to build. There are no spare parts, like all the Phoenix Lords, there's no spare parts, so what you see is what you get. We'll go through some size comparisons with, of course, all the other Phoenix Lords and the Swooping Hawks and other Aeldari models, and then at the end I'll go through all of his rules. Now, the first thing I want to say is these Phoenix Lords have been very popular. For some reason, I didn't pick Baharroth up. It was a deliberate decision, but I've paid costly for it because now, you know, you're getting the unboxing and the reviews over a month later, and I wish I did pick him up at release. There's no way I would have expected that the Phoenix Lords would have been out of stock, especially for so long. I think Likis is still out of stock, Morgan Ra's out of stock, and so is Jane Zar. But you can now pick Azurman and Fugan up. So it seems like they're replenishing their stock. But I have to point out that I don't think Games Workshop have ever released that many Phoenix Lords in such a short space of time. We've got Karandras on the horizon at some point, maybe, if they choose to release him. And maybe a couple of other Phoenix Lords that they haven't yet designed and sculpted. But anyway, this review is about Baharroth, and I'm pleased I finally picked him up. He's back in stock now in places. So Baharroth, easy model to put together. You know, if I'm comparing it to Likis, easier than Likis, easier than Fugan. Probably easier than Fugan, yeah. If you've built any Swooping Hawks, you know, you're experienced, put it that way. The wings are lovely. The sword is very nice. It works well with the model. Hope you can see all of that nice detail there. Got the jump pack, and he is on this bit of a scenic base. He's got this pouch, and that, you know, connects to the gun. This rifle, a couple of grenades. The helmet is nice with the feather on there. It's just a nice overall mini. It doesn't mention it on Games Workshop store, but the weapons that he's equipped with, the rifle is called Fury of the Tempest, and I'll go through its rules later on, and the melee weapon, that blade, is called a Shining Blade. So there you go. But yeah, quite straightforward to put together, no real issues. Other than maybe there's some mould lines in between those feathers, which are a bit tricky to get into, but other than that, quite straightforward. So no spare parts with this one. What you see is what you get, so we'll go straight into the size comparisons. So first size comparison I would like to make is with my favourite Phoenix Lord, which is Fugan. So yeah, as you can see, Baharroth is taller, even though Fugan's fire pike is quite tall. Baharroth's Fury of the Tempest, sword and wings are all taller than Fugan's fire pike. Compared to Azurman, right here, yeah, Baharroth is taller. Jane Zar, taller than Jane Zar. Morgan Ra, taller than Morgan Ra. And then Likis. I honestly thought Likis would give Baharroth a run for his money, but technically Fugan is taller still. So yeah, Baharroth is now the reigning champion in height of all of these Phoenix Lords. I mean, you kind of would expect that. He's the only one that can fly, really, and has got that jump pack. So yeah, tallest out of the 6 that have been released. Compared to Swooping Hawks, so here is, I think, the Exarch, and then here's just a normal Swooping Hawk. Baharroth is going to work wonders with those. and is way taller than them, and is much bigger. The wings are huge compared to your normal Swooping Hawks. Might as well give you a comparison with other aspect warriors, I guess. I have a Warp Spider, I have a Guardian, not really an aspect warrior, I guess. I've got a Striking Scorpion and a Dark Reaper. So yeah, I'd say one of the tallest like single character minis for Aeldari. Speaking of tall models though, yeah, even Baharroth is not as tall as the avatar of Cain right there. So if you've got an avatar, do not worry, the avatar's still going to be taller. And then also if you've got a Wraith Knight, the Wraith Knight is going to be a fair bit taller too. Compared to some Imperium models, so I do have some Space Marines. So I've got a Sly Marbo there, we've got a Space Marine and then a Primaris. So if you're up against a Primaris Space Marines, then yeah, he is going to be a fair bit taller than them. Primaris are going to be all shorter than Baharroth, so Baharroth is going to be, you know, but then that's the same for all of the Swooping Hawks as well. Okay, now this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for Baharroth. You'll find Baharroth in your brand new 10th edition Aeldari Codex, and he's actually one of the very first Phoenix Lords straight after Azurman. Baharroth will cost you 125 points, which means he is more expensive than Azurman, more expensive than Fugan, more expensive than Morgan Ra, more expensive than Janezar. So it's pretty much the most expensive Phoenix Lord that you can get. Now, what are you getting for 125 points? Well, you're getting the fastest Phoenix Lord at a movement of 14 inches. Still only, I say only, 2 inches faster than Lycus at 12 inches. You're getting the toughness 3, which is standard for all the Phoenix Lords. You're getting the save of 2+, and an invulnerable save of 4+. You're getting 5 wounds, leadership 6+, and objective control 1. So the same stat line as all of them, except for that movement. The unit composition is 1 Baharroth, and he is an epic hero, and the model is equipped with Fury of the Tempest and Shining Blade. Fury of the Tempest is a ranged weapon. It has assault and lethal hits. It has a range of 24 inches, attacks 4, ballistic skill 2+, strength 6, AP -1, damage 2. That's quite strong. I would have liked the armor penetration to be -2. But it's still a big upgrade compared to the Swooping Hawk standard las blasters, which they also have lethal hits. They have the same number of attacks, but they have ballistic skill 3+. Their strength is only 4. The AP is nothing, and the damage is only 1. So it's still an upgrade compared to their weapons. His melee weapon, though, the Shining Blade, is sustained hits 1. It's 6 attacks, weapon skill 2+, strength 5, AP -2, and damage 2. There we go. That's a bit more like it. It's essentially a power sword, but with 1 more attack, a better weapon skill, 1 more better strength, the same armor penetration, but a damage of 2 instead of 1. So again, that's an upgrade. The model is a leader and can be attached to the following unit: Swooping Hawks. Abilities, has 2 core abilities, Deep Strike and Leader. Faction ability, Battle Focus, and then specific abilities for Baharroth. Cloud Strider. While this model is leading a unit, at the end of your opponent's turn, if that unit is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, you can remove it from the battlefield and place it into strategic reserves. In addition, while this model is leading a unit, when that unit is set up on the battlefield using the Deep Strike ability, it can use this ability. If it does, that unit can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 3 inches horizontally away from all enemy models, but until the end of the turn, it is not eligible to declare a charge. Cry of the Wind. Each time this model is set up on the battlefield until the end of the turn, each time this model makes a ranged attack, a successful unmodified hit roll scores a critical hit. So that's very nice. So each time the model is making that ranged attack and is hitting successfully, you're getting those critical hits. Keywords: infantry, character, epic hero, Aeldari, jump pack, fly, grenades, aspect warrior, Phoenix Lord, Baharroth, Azurani. So there you go. That is my review of Baharroth. I think he is an alright looking model. I do prefer Fugan. I'm a bit biased though, and I definitely think Lycus is one of the strongest as well. Still an improvement on the previous model. Has some strong weapons, but like the other Phoenix Lords, his strength really comes with attaching him to the specific aspect warrior, which you would expect for these Phoenix Lords. What do you guys think of Baharroth, the Phoenix Lord for the Swooping Hawks? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be good to hear from you. Thank you for watching. The Avatar protects.